Hi everyone. So lesson 12 has such a doozy. I was actually going over page 66 and the first part started out fine. I was able to identify the rule and the coordinates. So for point B and C, and that placed this line right here. Pretty straightforward. Then they asked you to write a rule for the next set of coordinates, and I figured it out that it was x plus 3/4, which is great, and I didn't have to put it on my coordinate plane. However, when I got to part 2, I'm wondering if there's a typo, because I'm looking at the coordinates, and for some reason, I don't know if it's quarantine brain or what, I can't really figure out the exact rule at this moment. So I'm wondering if one of these is a typo, whether that 2.5 is supposed to be something different, or if there's a typo here. And of course, our teacher manual says answers will vary. So that doesn't help me at all either, or you. So if you got stuck on part 2, guess what? So did I. It's okay. And if you have the answer, feel free to let me know what it is. Otherwise, you can forget about number 2 on page 66. So I apologize if you agonized over it. No worries. So let's go on to lesson 13 on page 68. The main part is that parallel lines never intersect or cross. Just keep that in mind as we go forward with this next lesson and into lesson 14. So use a right angle template and straight edge to draw at least 4 sets of parallel lines in the space below. Basically, all they're saying is take something that's straight, line it up, and make lines that are parallel. You can make them in any direction. You can make them any length. They could be different lengths. They just have to be parallel. So you want to make sure that they're like that. Okay? And it said draw at least 4 sets. So I'm also going to use kind of the outline that I see in the background. And then I'm going to make up another one down here. Again, they don't have to be that close together. It's just easier when I'm with you. Do it like that. Yours will be nicer because you'll have your straight edge and 2 hands to write it. But there you go. Sets of parallel lines. So then down here, what you're going to do is you're going to look at these lines and circle the ones that are parallel. So notice how this line starts here. It goes over 2, up 2. This one goes over 2, up 2. That means that they're going to be parallel. These lines will never touch. The next one, this one goes down 1, 2, over 1, 2, 3, 4. Down 2, 1, 2, over 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, it works. A point on that line follows that rule. Then we have these lines, so over 1, 2, 3, 4, up 1. Over 1, 2, 3, 4, up 1. These are also parallel because they're following the same rule. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, over 1. 1, 2, 3, over 1. Nope. These ones will eventually cross. Okay? Next set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down, over 1, 2, 3. This one's kind of starting halfway between, so it's going to be a little harder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, over 1, 2.5. Nope. That doesn't work out. All right. Over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, up 2. Now, here's the thing. This also crosses at kind of an intersection. 1, 2, 3, 4, up 1. Here's where it kind of crosses. 1, 2, 3, 4, up. Nope. So even at shorter rules, that one doesn't work. And then you have the last one where you have down 1, 2. Let's do the shorter one, sorry. 1, 2, over 1, 2, 3. So if I start at a point and I go down 2, 1, 2, and over 1, 2, 3. Look, I still end on it, so these will also be parallel even though one line is longer than the other. It breaks down and follows the rule because this is the same as this. Okay? All right, over on page 69, all you have to do is you have to take this one line and you have to make a line parallel with the coordinate that's next to it. So for part A, you have a vertical line going up and down. You need to make a line that goes through this coordinate and is parallel to the other one. Oops. So even though you want it nice and thick, you also want it to be straight. So there would be your parallel line. For part B, it's going horizontally, so you want this line to go horizontal. Part C, here's where you have to follow that coordinate plane. So starting at one point or one end, go over 1, 2, 3, up 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to kind of do it in reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So there's that ending point, and then when I connect these two, it will make a parallel line. So again, you can kind of count it out and then count backwards, or if you need to start up here, 1, 2, 3, 4 down, over 1, 2, 3. So you can follow the same rule, 1, 2, 3, 4 down, over 1, 2, 3. Part D, here's your line. Again, it might be a little weird just because sometimes when they photocopy it, things shift around. But basically it starts here and it goes over 1, 2, 3, up 1-ish. So 1, 2, 3, up, and I'll go just a little below that line. Then I can connect point V to my new point and I'll have a parallel line. Part E, I have point W, I'm comparing it to this line, so it goes down 2 over 3. So I'm going to go down 2 over 3 and place a point. Then I can connect my lines. Again, you can use a straight edge to make it nice and straight. Part F, it basically starts at this corner, but down 1, 2, 3, 4 over 2. So I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4 over 2, right at the corner of my grid. And I'm drawing the lines. So even though they're not right next to each other, if I were to extend these lines out in both directions, they would be parallel to each other. Now, draw two different lines parallel to line B. So what you're going to do is you're going to pick a point and you're going to see its relationship with another point. So I'm going to pick this one here, and then I'm going to pick this one here. So notice how it goes up 1 over 3. So if I were to make another line, say over here, it's going to go up 1 over 3. Up 1 over 3. And if I connect those lines, again using a straight edge, that line will be parallel. You could keep going and put one here, go up 1 over 3, up 1 over 3. So there would be your two lines. So you could do it like that. You could also make one a little bit lower that starts down here. As long as you go over 3, up 1, over 3, up 1, connecting those lines. So there's 4 lines that are all parallel to each other. So again, it doesn't matter where they are, but they do have to follow the rule, and you don't want them to be touching each other. So you can have different starting points as long as they follow the rule of over 3, up 1. So on this next page, you can do this if you want to. It's not that big of a deal. Page 70, if you do number 2. Page 71, number 3, and number 4. Okay? We're actually going to go right into lesson 14 because this is following the same idea and those other pages are super simple. So page 72, identify the locations of P and R. So what are the coordinates of point P? What is the coordinate of point R? So point P, you go over 6. Remember, x coordinate goes first. Then up 4, because these are all one interval, even though it's labeled every 3 times. So it's over 6, up 4. So over 6, up 4. 6, 4 is our coordinate for point P. And for point R, you have 9, 10, 11. So over 11, up 6. So 11, comma 6 is our coordinate for point R. Then you have to draw it. So you have to take your straight edge, which you all have, and draw your line to connect those two. Then it wants you to plot the coordinate pairs of point S and point T. So S is over 6, up 7. So that's point S. And then point T is over 11, up 9. Okay, and then you connect these points, and if you used a straight edge, you would see that these two lines are parallel. This set is parallel to each other. So the relationship between PR, this line called PR, they use the 2 points to name it, and line ST, are they perpendicular to each other or parallel? Well, we've only been talking about parallel lines, so they are parallel to each other. Okay? Give the coordinate pair of points U and V so that UV is parallel to PR. So you can put it where it's in between the two, you can put it where it's down here, but it has to follow the same rule. So wherever you put the coordinates for U and V, they have to follow the rule. So pick a point for U. I don't want to be that close, sorry. I'll go down here. So, all right. So I started at over 4, up 0. But then I need to follow that rule of over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up 2. So over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up 2. Oh, look at that. Even though it's shifted down and not next to it, that angle is the same as the other lines. Okay, so point V ended up at over 9, up 2. So 9, comma 2. All right. Now, the rest of this is very similar to all of that. So you have a choice. You can do page 73, you can do page 74, or you can do page 75. But they are all the same as page 72. Told you this set was fairly easy, okay? So that's why I combined lessons 13 and 14. All right? Thanks for stopping by. We'll talk to you soon.